watching Shortglass Media, and this is Hourglass. Today's topic is guilty pleasures. My name's Allan Heath.
I'm Carrie Heath.
I am Spencer Vogel.
So I'll start. If we're talking music, my guiltiest of pleasures by far is the band Fun, period.
Oh,
dude.
shut the hell up.
Dude, yes.
I hate them so much, but those harmonies
The
are so
acapella.
good.
Some nights are
Oh my god, it's so good, and they have these beats that are like really
like the
addictive.
African-y
Type.
it's really
this guy, right?
It's a guilty pleasure.
It's a guilty. Yeah, I'm ashamed to admit it, but you have to admit it's freaking like those harmonies are
catchy.
brilliant.
It's catchy as hell.
I didn't think you turned.
No, now see, when I say guilty pleasure, it's not something I will put on, but when I hear it, I will look around and make sure no one's watching, and then not change.
Or if I'm in the car, I roll up the windows.
That's different.
I roll up the windows in the car.
Yeah, no, the one with the Queen harmonies. Some nights, those guys know how to write. I'll give it that to them.
And that's why it's a guilty pleasure, because I know it's terrible. I know I should and do hate it, at least to some degree of my being, but I can't help myself.
I've met so many dudes that are like those dudes, and I hate all those dudes.
Amen.
So, oof.
All right, well, I just laid it out there, so don't just leave me, hanging.
Okay.
Help
Well,
me out
I
here.
agree. Guilty pleasure-wise, I agree with you on the fun. Even to a bit, to a small extent, Mumford and Sons. Because, I'm not going to buy the album, and I feel guilty listening to it, so that should tell you what I really think about it. But the little ding, 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 that I like that a little bit. And I love that song by Philip Phillips, Home.
Oh, yeah. That is a good one. I like
that's
that
catchy, but I kind of feel like I shouldn't like it. And then I do have a list on Spotify that's just called Top 40 shit, and it's all of those songs. And I will say Katy Perry's on it. That Fireworks song or whatever it is.
That's really bad, Carrie.
I know, but it is so catchy, and it makes me feel inspired, if I was a little girl in a wheelchair, and then I'd listen to that, and that would make me feel I don't know.
That song makes me want to push little girls in wheelchairs downstairs.
That's horrible. That's terrible. But it's that, all that
That
pop
was
stuff.
real, right?
That really happened.
For the record, another one bites the dust makes me want to push people in wheelchairs down the stairs.
Another one bites the dust.
That is horrible. That song I always think about at weddings in my head. As I'm sitting at the wedding, it goes, dun, 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 and I start laughing because I think about, anyway. Okay.
Yes.
All right, well, come on, you're guilty
Musically?
pleasures.
Yeah, well, we'll start musically, and then we'll get into others.
I got a difficult relationship with guilty pleasures because I will feel guilty, but then if I like it, I won't take no mess from nobody. And I'll say, no, I'm not guilty about this. I like it because it's good. Because if I like it, it's good.
Oh, boy.
Wow,
That's how it goes.
That's
Wow.
So what's your latest guilty, not guilty pleasure?
Insane Clown Posse. And it is I am so guilty that I now have all 10 LPs of theirs and the EPs are coming.
See, I was hoping you'd pick something that I could rake you over the coals for, but I listen to them too,
yes,
so I can't say.
I think Insane Clown Posse deserve a much closer look than they get, and I think that they will have it in about 10 years or so.
So are you a juggalo then?
No,
Okay.
no, because if you the juggalos are getting their moment in the sun right now, and everybody's doing documentaries on them, and I don't like scenes. I don't like music scenes because scenes are where one band is really good, but then all these tag-along bands who aren't good just kind of push the right buttons for the audience, and then they get paid for it. And there's a lot of stuff that's associated with the Clowns that is not very good music.
Yeah.
And but the Clowns I like a lot.
Interesting.
It's mystical, it's entertaining, it's horror, it's carnivals. I like all of that stuff. I don't know why I didn't start earlier. So anyway,
it is super over the top.
And it has a stigma associated with it.
And
created mostly by the juggalos, though. I
deserve stigma.
It's not deserved by any means.
No, the juggalos, there's some wild ones. Okay, so yeah.
Well, we have friends that are juggalos, and obviously we love them, but for the most part, you're right, that scene, I don't like the whole juggalo.
I don't like get covered in soda. That's actually my big thing.
It's
If they took away the
You're all
fake,
sticky. And
if they took away the Fago spraying,
yeah.
I'd go see them live, but I won't because rap is not very good live in my opinion, and
that's a whole nother discussion for a whole nother day. That's something I'd like to get into.
It could be good if they did it right, but I've never seen it done right. Like even Wu-Tang don't sound very good live.
Right.
So yeah.
Well, okay. So we've done music. What? And I'm not going first on this one because I actually have to think about it for a second. But TV. And I know this one right here. More than one.
I have several too.
So we're going to start over here, but I'm just waiting on you.
I know, I can't wait to hear yours. Okay, so there's this TV show out there. I think you know what I'm going to say. I have a couple. There's this TV show called Once Upon a Time that is an hour-long drama that was on like primetime television, and I just watched.
So
all right, let me get through it.
Okay, all right.
I just watched the 2 seasons that are on Netflix in fairly quick succession because it's addicting. There are all these characters from the fairy tales that we grew up with, and it plays out in this like drama. And there's magic, and there's like
but
these
it's like
two
in
worlds.
modern times, it's so cheesy, and
It's
the acting is
cheesy.
terrible.
Okay, the acting isn't.
The acting's bad. You know it's bad.
I feel like, but they embrace the cheese. Like they even use the bring a lot in it. Like they know that they're cheesy, and they just go with it because they're like, we're on fairy tales, so we can be.
I feel like it's not over the top enough. I feel like if they're going to embrace the cheese, you have to go to a certain degree in order for it to work.
But they want it to be because
they're
being serious.
Right,
so
and that's why I don't like it because
cheese.
if you're going to embrace the cheese, then you have to go
Well, but then it
with
can't be serious. Then it's Evil Dead, or not Evil Dead. Army of Darkness kind of stuff. Where it's that.
Well, see, I think I'd like it more if it did that.
It's true.
That trying to combine the serious with kind of being cheesy, I'm like, it's stupid.
Okay, I will admit that I have teared up over several episodes where it has touched me right here in my heart. The other, and you're gonna just hold your judgment because guess what? I'm outing you on this one. The other one that's a guilty pleasure for me and this boy, my brother right here. During.
Hey, we're getting to you. So
you just wait. During Christmas time.
Okay, yeah, I'll fully admit this. So
on Ion, on that women's network, like We or whatever it is, the
Hallmark channel.
They have some
good ones.
There are these
some
cheesy
good ones.
There are these cheesy Christmas movies, and usually there's some kind of pun in the title, or it's like jingle or holly.
Those are awful.
They're terrible.
They're terrible, but they are so addicting because at Christmas time you're sitting around. In California, we don't have snow. We don't have anything else. We have palm trees and sun, so we don't have anything that really feels like
Christmas. We open the doors so it feels a little chilly, just so we can put on a blanket.
Yes.
And then
watch these cheesy ass Christmas movies. And my favorite thing from them is actually, we always talk about this. There's always a character who looks like Santa, but he's a normal guy. But then you know that he's Santa because those chimes in the background. There's like. And we go, oh, magic! Magic's happening. That means it's magic.
And I'll always smile and wink at some little kid
and when he winks, it'll be all ding.
And there's always one little kid who knows that's Santa.
Yeah, the little kid, and no one listens to him. Yeah. And that's why I think I like Once Upon a Time too, is because it's like that.
Yeah, see, I need the Christmas element. Without the Christmas element, I'm out on that. I have to have that to be okay. And just as a sidebar, I'm just gonna lay it out all on the table again. I'll do that every year. I love those cheesy Christmas movies. I love it. But there was one year, I think it was last year, where it was not a good time in my life, and so it was a really rough Christmas time. And basically, my life consisted of I'd get home from work and I'd drink too much wine and I'd watch the Hallmark Channel.
Yes.
I was like a 40-year-old housewife.
No, it was funny because I'd come home and I'd scroll through, and all of the movies that were there, I'd be like, "Oh, yeah, that's the one where the girl goes to the castle in England because they find that's actually a pretty good one. Oh, the Puppy 2 Wet Mask, get the one, the golden Christmas 2.
Okay, all right. We're getting short on time, and this dude has to pay. So I know you have some.
Alright, well, I'll go for the jugular.
You do it.
I've seen every Sex and the City episode ever made.
How do I not know this?
Because I told you.
Why? Of course you didn't.
Are you kidding me? I haven't even seen one full episode
the woman
ever.
at the table.
I can
quote all of them.
You have not only seen them, but you can quote them?
Okay, which is your favorite woman? Wait, which is your favorite Sex and the City woman of the four?
Don't even try to.
From what perspective? Like, who do
Oh my God.
Who do I want to do, or who do I want to hang out with?
Both.
Who do you sympathize with the most?
Well, Carrie, of course.
And do you like Big?
You just said, of course.
You don't like Big.
I want to bang Charlotte, but I like Carrie the best.
I cannot.
I'm very proud to
Revolutionary.
say, coming off of what I just admitted, that I have no idea who those people are or what you're talking
I
about.
only
In all
know
honesty,
because
I
I'm a
can say
girl and I'm supposed to know that stuff, but I've never even watched a full episode ever. Revelations are happening right now. That is amazing.
If I like something, I get obsessed with it.
Yeah,
I
you
was
dive
watching
right into
Sex
that.
in the City one night, eating a cupcake with a blanket on, and I was like,
We are both 4-year-old
this
housewives.
is terrible.
All right,
And on that note,
there you go. You've been watching Short Glass Media. This has been Hourglass. I hope you enjoyed it.
oh my gosh, that is amazing.
See, my admission was not as bad. At least mine is seasonal.
It's well written. It's very well written, and I identify with parts of it. And it casts a light on male-female relationships